In a dramatic and highly controversial development, reports are emerging about a possible Iranian missile strike targeting a United States military base in Saudi Arabia. According to claims circulating on social media and attributed to an Iraqi journalist, a U.S. pilot was reportedly killed in the attack. What makes this story even more sensitive is the allegation that this pilot was previously involved in an airstrike on a school in Minab, Iran. At this time, these claims remain unverified by major international news agencies or official government sources, but the story has been spreading rapidly online and has sparked strong reactions across the region. To understand the seriousness of this claim, we need to look at the broader situation in the Middle East. Tensions between Iran and the United States have remained high for many years, especially after various military incidents, sanctions, cyber operations, and proxy conflicts in countries like Iraq, Syria, and Yemen. Saudi Arabia is one of the closest allies of the United States in the region and hosts several strategic military bases used for operations, surveillance, and regional security missions. Because of this alliance, any attack on a U.S. base located in Saudi Arabia would be considered a very serious escalation. According to the circulating report, the missile strike was allegedly carried out by Iran and targeted a U.S. military installation. The claim further states that one of the casualties was a U.S. pilot who had previously participated in a bombing incident in the Iranian city of Minab, where it is alleged that a girls' school was hit. However, there is currently no official confirmation from the U.S. Department of Defense, no confirmation from Saudi authorities, and no verification from major international media organizations. This is very important to understand because in modern conflicts, information spreads very quickly, and not all information circulating online is accurate or verified. The Minab school bombing allegation is particularly emotional and sensitive because it involves children. In many conflicts around the world, stories involving attacks on schools or hospitals quickly gain attention and create strong emotional reactions among the public. However, professional journalists and investigators usually require satellite images, independent reports, eyewitness testimony, and official statements before confirming such incidents. At this time, there is no widely verified international report confirming that a U.S. pilot bombed a girls' school in Minab recently. That does not automatically mean the claim is false, but it does mean the claim is not verified and should be treated with caution. Another important factor to consider is information warfare. Modern conflicts are not fought only with missiles and weapons, but also with information, media, and public opinion. Governments, political groups, and organizations often try to control the narrative by releasing selective information, unverified claims, or emotional stories to influence public opinion locally and internationally. Social media platforms have made this even more powerful because information can spread to millions of people within minutes, even before journalists or investigators can verify the facts. If an Iranian missile strike on a U.S. base in Saudi Arabia were officially confirmed, it would have very serious consequences for the entire region and possibly the world. Oil markets could react immediately, global stock markets could become unstable, and there could be increased military presence in the Middle East. The United States could respond militarily or through sanctions, and Saudi Arabia would likely increase its air defense and security measures. Iran, on the other hand, has repeatedly stated that it would respond to any attacks against its territory or people, directly or indirectly. This creates a very dangerous situation where a single incident could escalate into a much larger conflict. At the moment, however, we must clearly separate confirmed facts from unconfirmed claims. The confirmed fact is that tensions in the Middle East remain high and military bases in the region are always on high alert. The unconfirmed part is the specific claim about an Iranian missile strike killing a U.S. pilot connected to a Minab school bombing. Without official statements, satellite evidence, or confirmation from multiple independent international news agencies, this story remains in the category of unverified reports. This situation also shows how important it is for viewers and social media users to be careful about what they believe and what they share. false or unverified information can spread panic, increase tensions, and sometimes even contribute to conflict escalation. Responsible media consumption means waiting for confirmation from reliable sources such as international news agencies, official government statements, and independent investigative organizations. In conclusion, reports claiming that an Iranian missile strike hit a U.S. military base in Saudi Arabia and killed a U.S. pilot allegedly involved in a Minab school bombing are currently unverified and should be treated with caution. The story highlights the ongoing tensions in the Middle East and the role of information warfare in modern conflicts. Until official confirmations are released by governments or verified by major international news organizations, this story should be considered a developing situation rather than confirmed news. We will continue to monitor the situation and provide updates as more verified information becomes available. In times of conflict and political tension, the most important thing is to stay informed, stay calm, and rely on verified information rather than rumors or unconfirmed reports.